Normally, so when you are TR importing, when you are importing the TR, you will get the TR return codes, RCs, right? RC 0, 4, and 8, and 12. So these are the common return codes here. Every frequently we may face it here, right? So 0 means successfully imported. 4 means successfully imported with warnings. With warnings, you have imported this one here, right? So 8. So 8 means object error, objects error, one or more objects are having error. Maybe who is the transport owner, that owner can fix that issues here. So 12, 12 means RC 12, transport 12 means here. So there is a system error here. So in that case, what type of issues we may face it here, what to check and how to fix those errors here. So RC12 means the majorly when you are importing the transport request here, so there the backend configuration we know. One TMS ADM user will be created in the 000 client, right? Then two RFC destinations will be created. So that is TMS ADM and TMS SUP. Then one job will be created here, one job like RDD, IMPDP job. So then one BTC work process should be free. If you want to run that job, you need one BTC work process should be free. So these four things works correctly, then you won't get the RC12, written code 12 here. So these four things are the main things here, right? So TMS ADM user. So normally sometimes what will happen, our TMS ADM user will be locked. So due to some incorrect passwords, incorrect failures, something wrong. So that time, if the password is locked, you cannot move the transports from one to another city, right? Suppose while transporting, exactly, I will simulate the same scenario to our real time, right? I will simulate the same scenario to our real time here. So what exactly happens? So this is the one system here. This is the one more system here. About like one city to another city, you are transferring the data. Means via RFC destinations. RFC destinations means two RFC destinations here, right? So here, this is the one system. Suppose like this is the ECD and this is the ECP system here. So what you are trying to do, you are loading the truck. Suppose like this is the truck symbol. Okay. So here in this truck means job. Truck means job here. Here, so you are loading the truck here, which means job RDD IMPDP job is a truck here. Truck. So vehicle. So I meant to say vehicle. Okay. So BTC work process is the, so normally without fuel, so there is no truck will not move, right? This is called the fuel. Okay. Then so RFC destinations are road, right? Road transports. Then TMS ADM user is the driver, key driver here, who will run the truck. So if this four works correctly, in the here the driver, vehicle, fuel, and road, if these four are perfectly fine, then only the truck will start from the development. So means one city, it will move to the then production systems, right? Slowly it will go to the another city to transport it, right? So same concept we can relate it to the our day-to-day usages here. IMP, so DP. So then IMP DP, not the DP. Okay. So here, so the truck means job. Normally, transport is not importing, means the mainly the job. Job means so your RDD, IMPDP job is running or not. That is the main thing here, right? You need to go to the SM37 here. So you need to check the RDD, IMPDP job is running or not. You need to check that button here. You need to check that button whether it is scheduled or it's running from 000. It should be running from the 000 client. RDD IMPDP job should be running from the 000 client. If it is not running, so see here cancelled status. Why? So it's a DDIC user is locked. So that's why It's a cancelled status here. What you have to do, you can select it. So just click on the change mode, change mode, step. So user is locked here. So then what I can do here, I can change the user to the, so ID admin. So now this job, it won't fail now. So here how we fixed the user job issues here. See, it is failing every day. It is failing. The job is getting failed because of, so sometimes it is successfully completed. Then some days it got failure here. It got failed because of the user issues here. User issues here. This job got failure. Now it will be success here. No? So success here. So transport is not importing. It's running from long time means, so the RDD IMP job is not running. Sir, if the job is not running, what we have to do? We need to go to the 000 client and SA38 RDD new PP report. We have to execute it. RDD, the new PP report we have to execute from here. So that report we have to execute it here. Just click on the execute button. So that will be executed here, right? That will be executed. RDD new PP, RDD new PP report we have to execute it. You know, in case of you identify like truck is not running, then so you need to, we need to execute the report from SA38, that is called the RDD new PP report. We have to execute it here. RDD, so new PP report we have to execute it here in case IMP job is not running. This is the one of the guarantee question they may ask you during the interview point of time or technical discussion. Common issues, these all are. So in case of job is not running, what you will do? How will you fix the issues? Simple, we need to go to the SA38. So just execute the report, is called the RDD new PP report. We have to execute it, right? So then BTC work process. BTC work process means, so it's a fuel. So BTC work process, which means, so background work process. So if we want to run the job, one BTC work process should be free. Then BTC work process should be free here. Then destinations it should be work. Destinations should be work here. RFC, TMS, ADM, TMS, SVP, RFC destination should be work here, right? So user, TMS, ADM, user, the driver should be work here. So that is the one. So we have to check it out. That is the one we need to check on this part here. Okay. So that is the one. So these are the four things. These are the four things should be. So we have to so work on that part here, right? In case of either in four things, if the user is locked, SU01 unlock it. RFC destinations are not working. Go to the SM59. We can check. So what went wrong? Any destination wrong or something wrong? We know how to fix it, right? So then BTC work process means SM50. We can check the BTC work process are free. How many are free? How many are running? All the information. So we can check it out here. All those things here, we can check it out here. All the things here, we can check it out here, right? This one we know, all right? So like this, if any issues here, we need to fix it out. Any issues, so we have to fix the all these issues. We have to fix it out. Then only you will see the successful destinations will work. Successfully we can move the connection. Successfully we can so move the connections to the here. That is what we have to do it in the systems here, right? So that is what we have to check it out, right? So that is the way of importing the transport request from one system to another system using the STMS configuration. So STMS transaction code, we can do the configurations. Also, we can perform the imports. Also, we can perform the imports in the system. You can see, so destination is not working. Destination is not working. So which means what happened in this destination, ECD destination. So let me check here what happened here, right? So there is a TP domain. So this is the destination here. Why it is not working? So let's fix this issue now. Now you will come to know what suppose in case of this type of issues. So what we have to do and everything you will come to know here, right? So transport destination is not working. Transport, the destinations are not working now. Currently one destination is not working. Then how to troubleshoot it here, right? So we'll see what went wrong here. So here, so destinations means last time also we faced it, right? So we have the Windows system 32 IP details. So we have to maintain the drivers etc. Yeah, here there is no migration host here, right? There is no migration host. So what we have to do, we have to maintain the host details here. In case of any connectivity, this host file is the very important, everybody. So normal operation system team will take care of this one. Then what is the migration IP details? One 29, 129, 129. SAP migration. Host name is the SAP migration. This is fine. 120, 129. Okay, that's done. So let's go to ECD. Let's check the firewall ports and everything. So same. ECD destination, TMS ADM destination is not working. So let me check the firewall roles. Firewall. So connections are not working means definitely we need to check the firewall also here. 3302, 3399. So this one we have to maintain. That is maintain outbound rules, not required outbound rule. Outbound, which is going out, which is going out means which is going out. Port number. Then here 32003, 3300, comma 3299, comma 3300 to 3399, comma 3600, question 3699. So these two port numbers are the message server dispatcher gateway. So we should allow the connection. So out. Okay. I performed it. Let's refresh. No, same issue. So yeah, go to the ECD. This is the ECD system firewall. So both the side we need to check the firewalls. So all opened or not, we need to check it out here. So here, so if you check the both the side, drivers, Windows system 32, drivers, etc, host file, migration. So here inbound roles, ports 323336. Okay, that is fine. What about the outbound roles? Let's define the outbound roles as well. specific ports 80,443 and 44300 and 3200 to 3299, 330090, 3399, then 36002, 36099, another connection. Okay. Firewall rules I have created, so that is fine. 32. So ping SAP migration. Okay, ping is working. Ping is working. So if you want to test the connectivity test from the connectivity test to the other systems, you need to use the ping connectivity test. You have to use it. Ping space that host name. If you paste it, you are getting the response. So which means that host is accessible. If you are getting the response, that host is accessible here. So if you are not getting the response means so something wrong with the that host. Something wrong with the that host here. So that is the so main thing here. So here also we need to check the so these things here, whether you have correctly configured all those things are not here. Correctly, you have configured the all the so host names and the respective IP details. You have to maintain it here. It is the correct. So then it should work. If it is not correct, then it won't work. So that is the main thing here, right? So that is the main thing. So KP online 125. CMS. Let me close and opening. Okay. Here I can see separate thing is configured. So that is the reason here it's not getting. So here you can see separate someone changed the configuration only separate only one system they have configured. So that's the reason it's giving the error. That's the reason it's giving the so error messages here, right? So only separate gateway, separate system they have configured. So that is the reason here. So that's fine then. So because here the system is not part here, they have separately configured the system here, separately configured here. So only one system is there here. So someone changed the configuration here. So that is the reason. That's why ECP is went to the red status here, red status here. Okay. So that's fine. Only one system is there here. So the mainly the ping test should work from source to target ping test. So that is the one. And also the ports we need to check it out. And that is the one. And also if I talk about the common transport errors here. So common transport errors here. What are the common transport error? So maybe one is the user may be locked sometimes. User so locked, we can unlock it. RFC destinations are not working due to target system shutdown or something. So RFC destinations are not working, right? Due to the target is shut down or target firewalls or ports are blocked status, so it won't work. So sometimes what will happen? So there are no free BTC work process. Also, sometimes, so common transport errors in the sense like a job, the RDDB, RDD, IMPDP job is not working. RDD, IMPDP job is not working. You see, DP job is not working. You see, sometimes it will work, but sometimes it will work from, it will running. The job should run from the 000 client. The job should run from the 000 client. It should run it. So job should run from 000 client. Then only it will work here, right? So these are the common. Otherwise, sometimes what happen? So trans directory. Sometimes trans directory is, so trans directory here. Trans directory is very important for the transports here. So trans directory, in the trans directory, we have the bin, buffer, and co-files, and data files, log, like SAP names, and so temp directory. So then EPS support packs perspective. These are the folders are there here. See how I have remembered. Same way you have to remember it here, right? So bin, all the configuration files will be stored into the bin. Buffer means imported transport request, imported which are added to the buffer. Those transport requests are in the import buffer. Normally we will call it as the import buffer. All the transport requests are available in this import buffer. Co-files, so transport request will split into the two files. One is the K9 and second one is the R9 co-files and data files here. So logs, here we have the, so system logs. System logs are available here. If you go to the OS level, so here we have the transport related logs are available here. USR, SAP, then trans. Here the transport related logs are available here. So logs, here is the log folder. Suppose take any one of the log folder. Here the log folders are available. In that log folder, we have the, we can open the log files. We can see what is going on and everything. TP system log or system log, S log files, we can check it out. Co files and data files, EPS support packs related files here, right? So then SAP names, developers related files. Who is the developers? The user displays here. So temporary directory here. Temporary, all the files will be available here. So that is the trans directory. If any trans directory issues, we can find out. If we don't have any issues or trans directory is free, it's not full, then we won't face any issues here. So logs, we can check it out in this log folder, or if you go to the STMS, go to the TP system log. From here also we can check what went wrong. So all the information we can check from here as well. Here TP system log. Here also we can check the all the, so TP related issues and everything we can check it out here. TP related issues, all those things we can check from here as well, right? TP system log, we can check from here as well, right? So that is the one thing here, TP system log. If you go to the inside of the, so here TP system log, it will be displayed. So what went wrong, all the information will be showed here, right? TP system log file here. So that is the transport request, transports related things here, common errors which we will face it here, right? So trans directory, here can we check the log files. In the log folder, we can check the log files here, or in the SAP level, STMS, then TP system log. Here also we can check it out, TP system log. Here also we can find out the errors here, TP system log related errors here. That is the one thing. So another thing, yeah, logs and all, if any errors, where can you troubleshoot it? How to check the log files means either transfer directory log folder or TP system log, both are same. You can check it out. So common errors, common issues. So TMS, IDM and job should be running. Only the mainly they will ask the job. So if the job is not running perfectly, then we may face the issue, say transport will not be imported. Transport will not be imported. That is the main thing here. So we need to ensure, we need to make sure the job should be running status here. The job should be running status here. Okay. That is the transport related things here. Okay. So other than that, any questions, anyone regarding these transports?
It's Ravi. So, can you please tell me customizing and workbench difference when it comes to transferring objects? So, what if it is the case of a small company where they have only one system with multiple servers? So how do they create? How do they actually maintain development, production, and quality? How do they transfer those if they have only one system? How do they use this TMS method?
Okay. So first of all, the difference between the customization request and workbench request is like a customization request are like a client dependent, and client dependent tables only will be moved here, right? Only client dependent data only we can transfer it to the other system. Other system means in the landscape we may have the, so at least two system landscape or three system landscape in the organization. So at any organization, definitely they will maintain the three systems. So three systems. Some organizations they will maintain the three systems, two systems, or five systems, four systems, eight systems also we will maintain, right? Different use case purpose. So development to quality, quality to production. So you are doing the change here, that is only client dependent. Suppose like here you have the 100 client. So here you have the 100 client. So normally here you also production also you have the 100 client. So only client dependent data you want to move to the from here to here and here to here. Then that is fine. Customization also fine. So but you have created the 100 client, you want to test it in the some other in the quality, you have to 200 clients. You have the 200 client also available. So you want to test it in the uh, you want to test in the 100 client data in the 200 client, I mean that is not the perfect request to create the customization. So customization request means are client dependent, and the changes to only the client dependent tables only here, right? So client dependent. If you take the workbench request are the client independent. You can create the request in the any client. You can import to the any client. You can import to the any client. You can test it on the any client, not only in this system. You can also take the request to the other outside of the system also. That is called the workbench request. Means it's a cross client. It's a class client here. So only suppose sometimes only client specific configurations, the configuration which you are changing is only client specific, not for the other clients, then you can create the customization request. But you are doing the changes, but that is required in the other clients also, it's required, means cross client, means client independent, then definitely you need to create the workbench request here. Workbench request means cross client customization, repository objects, workflows, templates, tasks, all will comes under the workbench request here. Suppose yours is the small system. Yours is the small system. So people only one system is there. Definitely two systems. One is the development, one is the production systems here. Two systems. In that case, in the development itself, we need to do the testing. Then you have the multiple clients you need to handle it here. Suppose like 100 client is the development client, 500 client is the unit testing. Suppose like 700 client is the normal your quality client, like that you need to test it here. So what you have to do in the same system itself, you need to create the transport request, then you can move to the some other client, another client you can move it. So the transport request within the same system, another client also we can import it. Not in the same client, another client also we can import it. From here to here we can import it. Once everything is done, then only we can move the transport to the here to here, we can do that one. So that is possible, we can do that one. So this is the way we can handle the changes. If you have only two systems, one is the development, production, then how can we handle the changes means, so one client you can develop it, another client you can use it for the testing, unit testing, multiple testing, you can use it here. So this way, it's very difficult to handle the changes into the production, but if you don't have the scope, budget to go to another system, then in this case, so like this, we can plan the changes here. You got it right?
Um, yeah, I got it. But when it comes to one single system, even though we have different clients, is there necessary of TMS configuration? There won't be any TMS configuration, right? Even though if
Configuration, definitely it's required the TMS configuration. One system also we require the TMS configuration. When you see the here, when you go to the here, one system also, you see there is a one system configuration. Maybe somewhere you can see here, this is the one system only, right? One system also we will see the, so go to the adjust configuration, single system or two systems or three systems, we have the configuration. So one system also definitely it's required the TMS configuration. Well, because within the system, one client to another time client communication should happen, right? Definitely it's required. So within the city, we have the 100 client Miapur, 200 client in the Amirpet, 300 client in the suppose like LB Nagar. So within the system only, within the city only, but we have three cities, right? So three different places. You want to transfer the your courier object from to one to another, another to another. Definitely transport connectivity is required, right? So from you to me, from me to another place, I'll be Nagar to. So I think something connectivity is required. Definitely here the without this connectivity, so we cannot transport it. You may face the issues. TMS is not configured. There is no destinations. Nothing is configured like that. You may face the issue. You may get these things here. Definitely one system
Because
has.
why I'm asking is STMS TMS configuration is not client specific, right? So if you, because usually what TMS we where do we configure? We configure in 000 client,
Suppose,
right? Even though
yeah.
we are configuring.
Let me show you here. Here, that's why SAP given the one option like transport target groups here. So what we have to do, one system only we have configured here, right? So then you need to create so TMS is mandatory, but they will use the developers will use the different options. Okay, not in STMS, different options they will use it here. What is the different option means to bring the data from 100 to 500, 500 to 700 within the same system, they will use the SCC, SCC. So there is a normally we won't use it. The developers will use it. Developers and functional use it. So transport 86 SCC1. Okay, SCC7,
SCC1.
SCC1. So your source client, what is the you want to bring the data source client and target client, they will use it here. SCC1 is the transaction code. Suppose example, what I will do here, let me go to and here.
So what is this transport group you're talking? So does
Multiple
the
systems,
developers create?
multiple systems will share the common trans directory. That is called the transport group production, not the production.
Yes, correct. But if they have only one system, do they actually create clients as another system and then give the SAP layers? Is that what you're saying?
If you have the one system, we have to maintain the multiple clients. One system, we have to make it as the development client. Another system, we have to make it as the training client. Another client, we have to make it as the, so for quality client, UAT client, like that, multiple clients, we have to maintain it. So each client, we need to do the separate, means we have to segregate all the activities under each and every client. So then only if one system, we can handle all these changes, we can handle it here. So here we have to define it. Define it means, so in that one system, so we can configure but between the clients, if you want to transfer the data, then you can just to use the SCC1 is the one. Then what is the source client you want to bring it out? What is the source client transport 500? What is the transport request number for the 500 client data? What is the transport request number? So just you can pull the data from that client to this client. You can pull it simply. So this is the option we can use it. That's why they will use always SCC1 is the transport
So
request within the
so
system.
while import, yeah. So while importing like that, is there any overwriting happening? Does overwrite happen?
Yeah, yeah, it
Like
will
let's say I
happen.
imported now. Okay, okay.
It will happen. It will
Now
happen.
because I imported today and tomorrow also I'm trying to do the same, or someone else is actually trying to do that. So if they do whatever the data is there, that will overwrite, right?
Yeah, yeah, it will override. It will override. So their
It
changes
won't
will come.
copy, it just
Override.
overwrites.
Same entry, it will be override. If the different entry, so same entry in the table, if it is the same entry, suppose like, so you have the table, right? Suppose like take this table, this as a table. In this table, you are doing some changes in the table like, so this is the header field. These are the columns here. Okay, so this is the employee name, employee number, something like client. So another client here, logical system will come in. How logical systems will come into the picture here. Logical systems. So employee name, employee number, some other something, some fields like so ID, something like that, different fields here, something ID, and so age, something like that. Fields are there. So logical system. So when you are inserting the entry, you have done some changes here. You have done some changes here. So why? Because table one, only one client system is only one table. Why? Because in the database level we have only one table here. This is the table looks like. So employee name means it's a Ravi. Okay, Ravi user. So employee, suppose like, so what is that? This field. Let me write it here to forget. Name, phone number. So ID, age, logical systems. Logical system is common for every table here. Why? Because multiple clients related entries will store in the same table, right? Employee phone number. Suppose like phone number we have given. Employee number. So employee number. So age. So we can say like uh, 35. So logical system like SID, CLNT, under client. Okay, under client. So this is under client entry. So in the 200 client also same entry is coming. Then it will create the one more entry and same. But in the 100 client, same entry, so they are coming. Same entry again is creating, it says like the entry already exists, or it will be duplicate, or it will, if you choose the overwrite option, so what will happen? This entry will gone, the new entry will come into the picture here. If you choose the override option, so that entry will come into the picture here. If you choose don't override option, what will happen? So that entry will not be overridden, means that entry will not be copied and it will be stay same as like previous entry only here. If the 200 client, so 200 client also, so same, you are creating the same data in the 200 client also, then that is allowed. Why? Because that is the, so that is allowed. Why? Because that client number is different, right? Your logical system number is different here. So then how the system will pick the data means based upon the logical systems. Based upon the logical system will recognize, will pull the data from the database level, table level. System will recognize, okay, which data? Okay, Ravi user 2 is there. Then why there is no override? Why? Because this is the 100 client data, this is the 200 client data, so it will not override. So but the same entry is coming here, it will say like data is already exist. Suppose if you choose the override option, what will happen? The new entry will be inserted here, the existing entry will be gone. So that will happen if you choose the override option. So existing entries will gone, only this entry will be affected, nothing will happen to the other entries in the table. So this is the way data insertion happen in the table level from the SAP.
So in the SAP GUI level, what is the name of this table?
Table name, the hundreds, thousands, lakhs of tables are there. How can you remember all those tables?
Correct, correct. Man, when you are
Some of
mentioning
the
only
some
one
of the
table, that's why I
tables,
was.
some of the tables, just one table I mentioned, example employee table. So like that, so all the users related information will be stored into the USR02 table here, right? Users authorizations related USR40. All the logical systems will be stored into the TBDLS table, right? All the background jobs will be stored into the TBC star tables here. All the all the objects will be stored into the development objects TADR table. So like that, we have the, so 1 lakh tables plus tables are there here. So no one can remember. Okay, but system can know. System will know based upon the coding. System will know. SAP system will know where to store this type of data into the systems. So that's not possible to remember all those tables and recognize. Only few tables, technical tables, we can remember. Why? Because configuration tables. All the RFC destinations will store into the RFC days, right? So like that, we have the 20 to 30 tables, configuration tables are there. Those tables we can remember, and there is a class for us, so we can discuss those tables as well.
Okay, so do we get that list of
Yeah, yeah,
things
yeah.
that
Oh,
basis team supposed to remember?
you want to remember the 1 lakh tables? Just go to the here. I will share the one PDF document. So you will get the all SAP tables, all the SAP tables. You will get it out. You will get the, so all the tables you will get it out from here. You can see all the tables you will get it out. I have the one PDF document is there. I will share you the all the tables here.
Please, Ravi, please. Thank you.
Yeah, but it's only few tables you can remember. 1 lakh tables if you are remembering means you are a Superman. No one
At
remember
least for
actually.
future, at
Yeah,
least
yeah,
for
yeah.
future
Future.
reference,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
I
yeah.
have any
Understand,
issue,
understand.
at
Yeah,
least
yeah.
I can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's great actually. You are asking the data table level detailed way. It's actually really good. Why? Because you are trying to understand how the data insertion will happen to the database level. Application level transactions are happening, how it is going to the database level. You got that thought means so you are getting into that one. So that's really nice actually. Why? Because I know why, because each and everything it will come to the database level, table level, the insertion will happen. So same entry, some other person also giving. It's not we have to do some different changes here. Same client, maybe another Ravi means you need to add the Ravi 1, Ravi 2, Ravi 3, same number, same something should be different here, right? Something should not be the same. All the entries should not be the same here. Mandatory fields so should be different here. So if I'm going to create the one same user in the SAP system, so it will say like a user is already exist. Suppose like user is already exist. You need to choose the different. Why? Because this is the mandatory field. If you are going to create the user,
Because user ID will be the primary key. See, I have
right,
some database usually knowledge. So in
that's
that, what happens is this thing called primary key, right?
right,
So
right, right,
whenever there is another primary key, it will overwrite. Obviously, to overwrite. That's why I was confused.
right, right.
And also, we have to also know, because now we are discussing about transport management system. We'll have to know the difference between client copy and transport management system. All the
Okay.
client copies and
Yeah, yeah,
transport management
yeah,
system,
yeah,
right?
yeah. So why we have client copies? Then again, why the transport means client copy means whatever the data in the here, all the data will be moved to the same client. Means existing data will be deleted. Whatever the data is there here, everything will come into this picture here. So, but it's a very dangerous activity, client copy. So, which means all the data will be deleted here. So, all the data will come to the here. This will take very longer time. And so you don't want all the data. I want only today my developer is developed one thing. I want only this data will come into the picture here. So I don't want to all the data. So then in this case, we can use the so transport administration, whatever the developed data, selective data, only that data you can transport to the respective target system. You
So,
don't need client
Ravi,
copies.
after client copy means the data, our database size will increase or it will
Yeah,
be
yeah.
as it is.
It will increase it. It will increase it. Suppose a source database size is the 500 GB, 500 GB. Then your target is only the 400 GB. Then all the data will come into all the whatever the data the A to Z, whatever it may be, all the so waste, all the waste will come to the here in this itself, right? So that means
Yeah.
so it should be same. It should be same after the client copy. Both should be same database size.
Okay.
First of all, what will happen while copying the data? It will delete all the lines, all the data. Then only it will copy the data. That's what yesterday also, 2 days before yesterday also we have seen. Some other deleted the something, some other performed the wrong client copy from empty data to already data existing client. So we got the issue. Something like still it is fixed or not sure.
So these client copies are basically suggested only when it is we're starting from scratch. Let's say
Right,
we
right,
have
right,
created a new client and then we want to transfer data, then it is suggestible, right?
right, right, right. Let me create the user. User does not exist. DDLC does not exist.
So are we learning the creation of transport request and release today, or
Transport
because now we have
request
configured
cre
everything?
no, no, transport request creation we already discussed, right?
I
Request
mean, now we configured everything, right? Like cross two systems we configured, right? Just a sample you want to show, like quickly, like including an
Well,
object. For example, let's say you want to
object
send
wise,
an
right?
object. Yes, correct, correct.
Yeah, let me fix these issues first, users issues. So, so people are performing the client copies. So then copy all does not
And
exist.
also, why I asked Ravi, because transport request is a very good a subject where we can transfer only single objects, right? It's not
Right,
like bulk objects. So if I want to, like for example, let's say there is a new user who joined our company, and I want to create a user. and I want to transfer this user to, let's say, production client or quality client, whatever, whichever I want this user to be having access. Then how do we transfer that one specific user from here to there rather than creating directly into that
Yes,
system?
production. Yeah, that's why direct creation production is not permittable. So that's why we will close the clients. In that case, what we will do, we will transport the users transports. We will do the transports the users here from one system to another system via transport request. So what is the table related that one? So some other like USR02 table. Then the table that is all the users information. Then we will move all the users to one place to another place. We will move it. Same as like suppose like some logical systems, some other configurations. So some other configurations or logical systems, we can move it. So that's possible. So here the systems, there is a issue in these systems.